Today we're taking a look at Senses from Chris Wheel. This is actually a collection of tricks using a little plastic to-go cup. You can do tricks with coins, tricks with cards, everything super visual, and utilizes some gimmicks as well as some sleight of hand. Carl asks, what's a good story to tell or excuse to your spectators for bringing a little cup around if you are not in a restaurant? I've been trying this trick out on the street and at restaurants, and I've never run into an issue where people are like, hey, why do you have that little cup? That's suspicious. I think it's because of the area I'm in. People know what those are because we've got a lot of burrito stands. They serve salsa in that. We've got a lot of places that serve burgers and they've got those for ketchup. So that is a common item here. In other parts of the world, I'm not so sure, but Chris does go through quite a few different justifications for it in the DVD, and each justification is based on the routine itself, which is how I think it should be if you need to justify it. For me, I haven't had the need to justify it, so I haven't come up with any additional patter, but there are really great patter lines in the DVD itself. Patrick asks, in Senses, can the cup be examined after you show the item disappeared, changed, appeared? Yes, and I think that's actually one of the strongest points of this whole thing. It uses a common item, or at least common in my area, and the item is easy to get. So I could go to one of the bulk supply stores here in town, pick up a whole bunch of these, and then as I do the trick, give them away as souvenirs. It's actually kind of a cool little souvenir because at the end you end up with something that's not gimmicked, totally examinable, and they can play around with it to their heart's content. Sleights and tricks. Hi Chris, in Senses, is there any use of sleight of hand in the routines? That's a good question. Some of the routines have sleight of hand and have absolutely no gimmicks at all, and some of the routines don't use sleight of hand and utilize the gimmicks that are supplied. So there is a nice mix there. I personally prefer the ones where there was no gimmick and it's just purely sleight of hand because I can do it on the fly. If I'm out eating with some friends, I can grab some to-go cups and go into a pretty awesome routine. Overall, I really like this. I thought the DVD was well produced. I appreciated the fact that they gave you most of the props. There was one prop in there that was kind of missing, and it was a shame that they didn't include it. I think it's because people have different size hands and styles, and so they might need to get one that fits those things best. So there is one thing that you are going to need to search out and find in order to do some of the routines, but not all of the routines. I've actually been performing one of the routines without that item at all since I got this, and I think it's great. It's a really fun thing to do, especially impromptu for friends while we're eating out. You can click the video that's playing above my head right now to watch the demo for Senses, and coming up we are going to be doing reviews on Nothing But the Truth and Imagination Coin, so be sure to leave your questions for both of those routines in the comments section down below, and we might feature them on the next review show.